Hey guys, what's up? This is DeMarcus Week, CEO and founder of U Hoops. I'm currently here in Cebu City, actually on tour. So right now I just kind of want to share a video with y'all guys and kind of help educate young players and old players actually what we do. So basically U Hoops is a social media platform for players and athletes and sports professionals who trying to really get their foot in the door or actually just trying to connect and look at other options. And so what our company has done within the last 4 years, our tour service is like no other service before. I'm sure y'all guys, when y'all hear tour, you kind of get this, mixed emotions about how tours and things like that go. And I have heard horrible stories, like horror story, guys getting left at the airport, guys, getting their money taken and all type of things. So one of the things that make U Hoops and us so unique is that we are creating an ecosystem, for basketball players, young basketball players, old basketball players, players trying to get their foot back in the door, just kind of don't really know what market to jump into. What people really don't understand about basketball overseas, there are so many levels of basketball being played overseas and just around the world. A lot of American players, young players, don't have the right information, the right understanding of what's going on. And so what U Hoops tour service is really, if you really think of it like an NBA summer league. So number one, you building relationships. Number two, you getting exposure. Number three, you getting into a system where you finding out, hey, if this overseas thing is for me, and if I can do it at a high level, or I need improvement. And so U Hoops is that place where it allows you to be able to showcase your skills. So what our tours is a 5 to 7 day week long exposure thing, where the first 2 days you come rest, and then we have a full practice and things like that, and we play against commercial teams here in Cebu, well as other islands, where it's opportunity for guys to either get picked up on a commercial team or also get picked up through maybe a PBA team. The number one thing is just being here, where people who are in decision making can build relationship with you, number one. Then number two, be able to understand you as a person. And then not only that, you have a company like U Hoops able to support what's your bottom line. And so many young players and even old players feel like, oh, I can do this thing on my own. I can really, I'm good. I have this I don't care type of attitude, when you really can't. Because if you really, between 24 and 25, the cutoff time for you to even play on a professional level is bare minimum. Like bare minimum. And the average NBA player now, career is about I would say about 3 years max, if that, depending on their particular situations, agents, and relationships. Guys got to understand, basketball is changing. It's changing for the good, and it's changing for the best. And basketball has changed a lot of people's lives throughout the world, things like that. But the problem is, for our young basketball players and our aging basketball players who are not fairly old, kind of right in the middle, is that y'all guys got to listen. Y'all got to listen up. Not only, it can't just be just about basketball. It has to be, this is a business now. Once you made a commitment of saying, hey, I want to be a professional basketball player, hey, you took that oath, and now it's your responsibility. Because number one, a lot of y'all guys must understand, if you are not a top 50 pick, people are not going to waste their time trying to get you a job. Because number one, I got friends who are agents, big time agents. They make about $300K off each of their clients, in a sense. And so what I'm trying to explain to y'all guys, when guys say, oh, I got an agent, this and that. If an agent take on a client that is really not a big name client, which can be okay, but at the end of the day, you got to understand, this is a business. People are in this business to make money and get things established. Bottom line, it ain't no shortcuts into that. And if you're a player that, you know, for example, if I was an agent, why would I take on a client that can only give me $3,000 to maybe $10,000? It just doesn't make sense. It's not worth my time. And so what yous have done is we have created a system where it is efficient, it works. We have had a lot of successful players where we put players in position where they use our platform to be able to facilitate their talents and their know-how. And what I do is, as the owner and founder, from my playing and personal experience, I help educate these guys and educate you on what's to take place. Not saying, hey, we trying to recruit guys. We just really want to give information to guys that don't understand what's going on in the basketball space. And so Yoohoops Tour Service has provided that information free at hands to be able to see these things and see what it looked like to be overseas. What could it possibly be? How can I possibly get paid? How can I possibly do this for a living? And that's what we do. Our Yoohoops Tour Service provide these opportunities for y'all guys to really be able to be successful. And at the end of the day, it's up to you how bad you want to do. You know what I mean? It's just a really small investment of your time and yourself. In all reality, because at the end of the day, man, if you're not really the top 60 guys that's going to the NBA draft this year, chances are you're going to be floating in a ring of circles, going to camps after camps, talking to people who selling you BS, blowing smoke over your head. And not only that is posting videos and doing all this work and things like that. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. You got to change things up a little bit. You know what I mean? And so Yoohoops is here in Cebu. We actually out here now looking for our office space, and we excited about where we're going, how we working. We actually in development of having a partnership with all the HBCUs in the United States. So I'm super excited about that. Supporting HBCUs, trying to get these guys a real platform, a real somewhere where it can be solid for them and somewhere it can be helpful for them. You know what I mean? And so we're here to help. Follow us on Yoohoops Basketball Instagram, Yoohoops Basketball on Facebook and Twitter, and LinkedIn and all these things. And feel free to shoot us questions, how we can improve things, what we need to work on and stuff like that. I'm always try to be always available. I'm a very busy guy, but we here to help. That's what we want. Hey, ask the questions. And like I said, everybody's not fit for Yoohoops. You know what I mean? Which is okay. That's just like if you was playing on an NBA team, playing on a team. Everybody not fit for the Lakers. Everybody not fit for the Cavaliers or the New York Knicks. It's all about gathering much as information that you can gather to see what's best situation for you. But honestly, how things are shaping up for a lot of players nowadays, I would say using a tour service or using some type of service that can get you immediately results rather than trying to do something. Because a lot of guys don't understand that going to camps and things like that is great if you have a game plan. Make sure you have a game plan when you go to these camps and stuff. You know what I mean? And I always have a backup plan. Backup plan. Hey, I'm gonna wait out a year, save my money up, and I'm gonna be ready for this particular situation. So you never have to be ready. You don't want to have financial stress about, hey, I can't support my own self and my own dream. So I like to encourage y'all guys. Be sure to hit us up, man. Like I said, we currently looking for players now for our September fall tour. Them spots are filling up fast. And after next year, man, it's just going to be really hard to kind of cope in and get into what Yoohoops is really doing. We're doing launching a Yoohoops Development League. Super excited about that, man. We're going to have some amazing unknown players that's playing here in Cebu City, teaching the Filipino guys teaching some of the new guys who jumping into this space and doing their thing, whether it's old and new. So I'm excited, man. Continue working hard, continue staying focused on your bottom line, And U Hoops is here to give you all the information that you can use to be resourceful for you to expand what you're trying to do. So peace out, man. I hope this video is helpful. It's a little long, but man, it's information. You know what I mean? So peace.